When an evil voice gets into you, Satan has his number one defense for an evil spirit. Once an evil spirit enters you, you think an evil spirit cannot enter you? Yonggi Cho said he cast out devils for himself in morning and evening. Are you listening? Yeah. Satan has a defense. He puts up a defense as soon as he takes over. Now, anytime some people take up a city, they build a wall around the city. So like Jerusalem, one of the things when we go to Jerusalem, you will see the walls of Jerusalem. Yes. So walls are built to protect your position. So I don't know if they still have it, but if you go to GBC, they have some sandbags and some soldiers sitting behind the sandbag. I don't know if they still have those things, but we used to. In those days, if you have a coup and you take over GBC, you have won because you can broadcast. But now you have so many FM stations. So if you announce that you are the head of state, another place will announce that you are not. We have so many options. All will be announcing a different thing. It won't really work. But it used to be. So they built something like a wall of sandbags to protect their position. So anytime a demon gets into a person or starts to dominate you, he becomes sure of his place through a wall that he built. Do you want to know that wall? That wall is the master key to continually delivering yourself from having a demon in you. And I say, well, Christians have to be careful. Me, when I see this, I start to pray for myself. I'm not praying for. I look at it and I say that Christians can do this, so then it means I can. Don't think of some far person. It's you. I'm talking to you about you. Do you want to know what is that fortress? So usually a demon does not attack you without that associate. That is the defender of the new idea that you come up with. Yes. Do you want to know what is that wall? That wall is the wall of stubbornness. Yes. You see, you have to have a resolute belief which cannot be changed before a demon is really working. Like, I have to really believe that this group are bad and must be killed. And no one can advise you. No one can change your mind. So one of the strong, that's why the Bible says that stubbornness is as all iniquity. Almost every sin and bad thing is linked with stubbornness. Always. A bad life is always linked with stubbornness. Yeah. Because I tell you, if one drop, and you see, you can't say that you will live through this life and demons will not attack you. You can't say you will live through this life and you will not have bad thoughts. You can't say you will be married and not have negative thoughts. You can't say that you will be in a church and not have negative thoughts. Yes. It's normal to have birds flying over the air. But for a bird to build a nest on your head is where we are questioning. And for the bird, once the bird lands on your head, he wants to build a nest so that he can stay there and be permanent. It's when things are fixated. That's when it's wow. So that's why there's always stubbornness with evil. Yeah. So you see some of the most so beautiful, phlegmatic, what have you people with the stubbornness that is in them. unchangeable, a lot of meetings, lot of talking, lot of explanations. Now I tell you, anybody have to do a lot of explanation, I can virtually see the demon in the person like this. Why does there have to be a meeting about everything? It's a demon. If I have decided to do something bad and the thought is in my mind and I'm moving to go and do it, but somebody is able to speak to me, it means that, and I change my mind, it means the thing was not so strong in me. It went out. But if I'm very stubborn, 1,000 meetings cannot change me, then it means that the thing is fixed. And it's going to happen. That is why you have Christians doing a lot of evil. Because not only is the evil spirit there, but it's surrounded by a wall of stubbornness. And the third one comes to pride. Because after you've been stubborn for a long time, it takes a lot to break down and change your mind. It's like, oh, no. I'm already committed. I've already gone this way. I can't change my mind. If somebody says, okay, I'm going to marry this person, and a lot of people advise you, say, don't, it cannot work for whatever reasons, and you are insistent, it's because you are stubborn. But if you are able to change your mind, so withdraw. So that it means that the thing can't easily work. So the demon is not able to do that. So you see Adolf Hitler, he didn't start by just killing everybody. First thing he did, it was a murderer. You see, Satan is a murderer. Anywhere you see a lot of killing, he started by arresting all mentally ill people. Mentally ill, deformed people, anyone with mental illness, deformed, any kind of weakness, gypsies. He arrested all of them and signed personally the order that they should be eliminated. Then after some time, people began to notice that their sick relatives were all being eliminated. So they reacted to him. And that reaction made them stop that program. So after that, he decided not to sign anything himself again. So all the rest of the things that they did, from the time they came into power, he came into power in 1933 and died in 1945, April 30th. All that time that he was in power, he didn't sign anything because of that thing, the reaction. So kill the Jews, he didn't sign. Take them in trains, all that, he didn't sign. Others were signing. Christian, he was in a choir. He was in a choir. Yes, you see, choristers. His mother took him and he was in a choir. In a Christian family. So, you see, a person who nobody can advise. Everybody was afraid of him. When you're advising that we are losing, you cannot listen. Change your mind. Nobody can advise you. It means the thing is embedded and you do a lot of evil. So watch out. Those of you who are stubborn. People have to talk a lot. It shows that a demon can easily, another voice, any of these voices can just, you can go to a new school. When you go, that's what some people, sometimes you send your child to, when he comes back, he believes in something. So, I believe I'm a homosexual. That's all. And you just send him to America once he comes back, no, the whole mind is changed. And cannot be removed by discussion. That's what I'm saying. I say that, you see, as for the possible thoughts, they can come back. When the stubbornness is with, that's the wall. So stubbornness is something you must beat out of yourself, because it means that it's like you almost have gates and walls. So any bad thing that comes into it will be secured. You can send somebody to a school. When the person comes back, the person has changed. Has a different friend, different things, believes in different things, has different whatever. You can send somebody to a country and come back. He will come with a different mind, different ideas. You can send your child somewhere. When the person comes, the thing has entered, but the stubbornness has secured it. If you are a young man and you say you are gay, how can we not sit down with you to discuss with you and explain to you that you cannot be, even by nature? But you see, once the thing has entered you and it's also stubborn, so many meetings will not change your mind. Until more spirits come, and that like is happening in Europe. More spirits. Until you can't even believe that this is what human beings are doing. So everybody here needs to watch out, because at least if there are no blocks and gates and fence walls in your life, like if stubbornness is not in you, then even when evil things come, they sort of go, they fall away. If it comes, then it's like it may come, it seems as if it's come, but it goes off. Or as if it comes, but it's able to go. But once there is stubbornness in you, then it means that nobody knows what's going to happen in 2022 when something new comes up and a new idea comes, and there you have secured all those things with your stubbornness. It's just looking for stubborn people to get in and secure and fight you through the stubbornness. Yeah. And don't say that you are not stubborn. You know, those are the people who are stubborn. Yes. Those who flow like a short thing can help you to change your mind. And some of these most beautiful girls, you will think that they are flowing. I pray for, that you have a cool. If your mother tells you, stubborn girl, stubborn boy, not a good thing. Not a good thing. I never wanted to be a doctor. Why would I want to be a doctor? My father said, be a doctor. So I did it. He asked my uncle to speak to me. Talk to my son. I just did it. When I went to the interview to a medical school, they asked me, why do I want to be a doctor? It was a problem. It was a problem. I always remember that question because I was hot. Because I didn't have the right answers. Because people had prepared, what I want to do and all that. Yeah. I said, I want to heal people. There are many voices. There are what? Jesus said, a temptation will surely come. So the voices, you will hear them. I've been tempted to leave this church before. Yes.